We will graph a quadratic equation from a intercept form or a factor form. Now, y equals a times x minus d times x minus c. The d and the c are the x-intercepts. A has a term. We will discuss a later. At this moment, we don't need the a for this example. So it's y equals, when a is 1, we don't need the 1 at this moment. So y equals x minus 2 times x minus 6. This gives us the value of a is 1. This is one of the x-intercept, which is d. So x minus, we take the opposite value. If it's a negative 2, d, take it as a positive 2. Whatever the number that sits with x, we just take the positive value of that. So positive 2 and positive 6 are the x-intercepts. If you remember, when we plugged in that is 0, what are the values of x that makes it 0? Those were the x-intercepts. So that the positive 2 and the positive 6 comes from there. Now, once we get the two x-intercepts, all x-intercepts are y equals 0. So point 1 is one of the x-intercept, which is x equals 2, y is 0 obviously. Point 2 is another x-intercept, which is a positive 6, y equals 0. We are doing it with the 5 points, drawing the parabola with 5 points. Next is we are looking for the vertex. Now, before we do the vertex, vertex is the point which is in the middle of the two x-intercepts, and that's the x value of the vertex. So point 3 is the location of the vertex, which is, if we had the vertex form x minus h whole square k, h and k are the vertex values. Now, how we figure out the h value? The x value of the vertex must be the middle point of the two x-intercepts. So h is, take the value of the two x-intercept, 2 and 6, divided by 2, that's the x value of the vertex. So we take 2 plus 6 divided by 2 is 8, divided by 2 is 4. Positive 4 is the x value. When x is positive 4, what is the value of y? We get this piece of information from the y. When x is 4, instead of x, we will plug in 4. Whatever the y comes, that's the k value of the vertex. So the k value, all we are doing is using the equation x minus 2 times x minus 6. We don't need the 1. So it's 4 minus 2 times 4 minus 6. 1 doesn't change anything. 1 times anything is the same thing. So 4 minus 2 times 4 minus 6, which is the same as positive 2 times negative 2. That would give us a negative 4. That's the k value. So h comma k is 4 minus negative 4. We got 3 points, 2 x-intercepts, and it's a positive parabola. This parabola is going to having a y-intercept. And y-intercept means when x is 0, the y value is the y-intercept. When y is 0, the x values are the x-intercepts. So point 4, the y-intercept, all we do is plug in x is 0. X minus 2 times x minus 6, we just put x is 0, 0 minus 2, 0 minus 6. So all we get is negative 2 times negative 6 is 12. And the fifth point, we will use a symmetry. Now, let's just draw the graph and watch the graph from there. X equals 2, that's the 2. X equals 6, that's the other one. We took the midpoint. If you remember, add the 2 value, divide by 4. That's the x value of the vertex, but the y value is, we plugged in 4, we got the y value. We got 3 points from there. The fifth point is the symmetry now. The fifth point comes from, if we move 0 to 2 units to the left, we go 12 units up. So from 6, if I go 2 units to the right, which is x is 6, we have to go 12 units up. So we are using the point of symmetry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have got all the 5 points of the parabola, and this is the positive parabola. just from the equation, we just get the 5 points and just draw the parabola. We will do another problem, which is x minus 2, x minus the same one, but this one, we won't use the y-intercept, we will use the a value this time. Like I said, we will use the a value later. Now how the a works, we will talk about that later. So it's the same x-intercepts. It's the same example. We can check the answer by decimals. The previous graph and this graph would be the same. So one of the x-intercept is -2, take the +2. From -6, take the +6. Point 1 is the same as before. One x-intercept, x equals 2, where y is 0. Point 2 is another x-intercept, when x equals 6 and y is 0. Location of the vertex, as we planned before, is the same thing. It will be the same vertex, which is h comma k. And we find the h, add the 2x intercept, divided by 2. So it's 2 plus 6 divided by 2, which is 4. We use this piece of information, plug it into the equation. So y says when x is 4, the y value of the vertex should be 4 minus 2 times 4 minus 6, which is same as +2 times -2, -4. Now we learned something from point 4. Point 4, the law is, this is what we get. We got the 2x intercepts, we got the vertex, is one right, one up. That's the way the parabola works. Previously, we went to the x-intercept, which is long way up, which is in the previous video. This time, we are going for 5 points, but these 2 points is related with the a value. So we go one right, a value up, one left, a value up. This is what we do. So point 4 is from the vertex, we go one right, a value up, one up, we go one left, and a value up. This is our point 1, point 2, point 3, and 4 and 5 was the 2 x-intercepts. And we just draw the parabola. This parabola was drawn from decimals. The calculation is okay. We just learned how the 5-point works. Understand? Okay, in this example, we will use a negative parabola and we will have a different value of a. So it's a different parabola with a different value and we will try to utilize the a. Let's see how it works. So first thing is first, figure out the value. Location wise, a is -2. X plus 1, the x-intercept is -1. X minus 3, which is equal to 0, we know. So it's the opposite of -3, which is +3. We got the 2 x-intercepts. So point 1 is the first x-intercept, which is -1, while y is 0. Point 2 is the next x-intercept, which is in the x-axis. So when x is +3, y is 0. Now point 3 is the location of the vertex, which is, the notation is h comma k. And to find the h comma k, first we find h. H, the x value of the vertex, is located between these midpoints of these 2 x values. So we add the 2 x values as we did before. -1, add the 3, divide by 2, which is 1. 2 is 2 divided by 2, which is a 1. We got the x value of the vertex, which is h is 1. We use this piece of information this time. Y is a is -2, so we need the full equation. K is -2 times, instead of x plus 1, the 1 value plus 1. Instead of x minus 3, the x value minus 3. We're looking for the y value. And the y value is, this is 2, 2, and that is -2. That's a -4, negative. Let's just show the word. That is a +2, that is a -2. So 3 2s, 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. 2 negatives positive, the negative, so it's +8. Done. So once we get the y value, we just write h comma is 1 comma 8. Now from the vertex, how the system works. We got that x-intercept, -1 from there, +3 from there. The vertex is the midpoint when x was 1, y was 8. Now we use this piece of information. From the vertex, we will go 1 unit left and we will go 1 unit right. And the law says it should be the a value down because it's -2. So when we go a value down on the left side, we get another point circumstantially that becomes a y-intercept, and that is another point. We use the symmetry. One left, a value down, one right, a value down, which is 2 down because a is -2. Now, we have got the notes of the previous one. From the vertex, we go 1 right, a value down, and to get the 5th point, from the vertex, we go 1 left and a value down. We got all the points we need, the 5 points. So the parabola is a negative parabola, is going to go down. And this is going to go down with the x-intercepts. So we have got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.